All right, we're continuing today in part 5 of The World Which Was, part 1 from 2 Peter 3, 5, and 6. After the earth was created, but before God placed man upon the earth, according to Jeremiah 4, 23 through 25, Lucifer corrupted himself through his God-endowed wisdom with which he was supposed to oversee the material or physical realm of God's creation. See Ezekiel 28, 12 through 19. As a result of this rebellion described in Isaiah 14, 12 through 17, Lucifer and the angels assigned to him were cast out of heaven to the earth. In the book of Luke 18, 10-18, Jesus said, "I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven." I don't believe that's metaphoric. I believe it's simply a reciting of history, Jesus stating his eternal pre-existent deity. See, I understand that God's immediate judgment upon Lucifer's sin, as lightning striking the earth, caused God's perfect creation to become, as Genesis 1:2 describes, without form and void. So then God began to demonstrate his great power and eternal Godhead by the restoration of his creation and the carrying forward of his plan for the ages. He didn't have to throw it away and start over. He had the power to put it back to its original condition. There are great gospel implications involved here. The earth still bears the evidence of God's judgment upon Lucifer's sin. How is this not the source of the geological deposits which we call fossil fuels? Fossil fuels are not the product of evolutionary processes. Rather, they're the evidence of God's participation in the ordering and sustaining of his creation. Just read Genesis 1, 3 through 25 with the gospel in mind. You will not find the gospel in continuous creation, but as it's recorded where God formed it perfectly, it became deformed by his judgment upon Lucifer's sin, and then his restoration to its original state and the carrying forward of his plan. God created Adam and then Eve in Genesis 1, 26 through 31, and commanded them to be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth with human beings. But enter the fallen messenger Satan in the form of the serpent in the Garden of Eden. He beguiled Eve, tempted Adam to disbelieve and disobey God. When you read Genesis 3, 1 through 7, and then look to Romans 5:12, where it tells us that we've all inherited Adam and Eve's propensity to choose to disbelieve God and to disobey God. Genesis 3, 14 through 19 also tells us that certain changes occurred in the operation of God's creation as the direct result of Adam and Eve's sin. Genesis 1:28 says that man, Adam, that name literally means a human being, was created by God to have dominion over both plant and animal life upon the earth, which then brings us to the operation of the world which was.